The Iowa House and Senate are debating a bill right now that would limit how much medical malpractice victims can receive for pain and suffering. KCCI Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker is in the newsroom tonight with the urgent message a disabled veteran is trying to share with state lawmakers. This is an interview you will only see on KCCI.
Steve, that disabled veteran is talking about a bill that is being debated right now in the House and Senate. It's a bill that the governor has been pushing for years. And if the House and Senate pass it today, it could be ready for the governor to sign into law as soon as tonight. It would cap damages for pain and suffering caused by medical malpractice at $1 million or $2 million if the case involves a hospital. But one retired Marine I talked with this morning calls that cap unjust and harmful to victims of medical malpractice. He's from Iowa but had to move to North Carolina after a medical mistake left him paralyzed. As you just saw there, it requires extreme technological assistance in order for him to move or walk. He heard about this bill on Friday. He immediately bought a plane ticket to be at the State House this week. He's trying to share his concerns with lawmakers before it's too late. Retired Marine Bryce Cherryholmes spent years dealing with chronic pain. It started with an injury while he was deployed in Iraq and developed into a debilitating condition. He tried treatments and therapies but couldn't shake the pain when a Maryland nonprofit offered to help.
They said that, I'm a candidate, that they would help get me my spinal cord stimulator. And so beggars aren't choosers. So I flew out to Maryland. Really, I was, in a sense, lured there under false pretenses.
But just hours after waking up from the procedure, Cherryholmes was back in the hospital.
Everything stopped. I collapsed. My core completely gave out.
He says those complications were caused by medical malpractice. He lost all sensation from the chest down and learned he'd likely never walk again.
My son turned 3 11 days after I got paralyzed. He doesn't remember his father being able to play kickball with him outside in Indianola, Iowa, where we lived at that moment. My daughter was 5. She remembers a few things. One daddy-daughter date. One daddy-daughter date, where we went out and we had a blast. And she was 4 at the time, just about to turn 5. And everything else has been in a wheelchair.
But while trying to seek justice for all that loss, Cherryholmes learned Maryland had a law capping non-economic damages. The highest amount he could get for his pain and suffering was $750,000. And even if he was awarded that full amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars would first go to insurance companies.
This seems like, to me, with the non-economic damages, that you're punishing the victim and not the system.
Cherryholmes now worries Iowans will face the same fate.
I don't want anyone else to deal with this. But when you do, and if it happens to you, the $1 million non-economic cap that's proposed, it's nowhere close to where it needs to be. You can't put a cap on that life.